Hey guys, Kid here with a little Patreon update for the channel. If you have not already heard, there has been a change in the first half of the year for English White Shorts Regionals. It's actually going to be trios. We'll be talking about that later in the next Refresh Point podcast number 8. That should be coming out within like a week or two. But with that change and also some other things, we've gone ahead and changed how the rewards work on Patreon for everyone. There's some updates for everything, so we're just going to run through that really quick because of these changes. So first, we're just going to go over the general rewards once you sign up. So the tier 1 subscription is just if you're trying to support us, but you don't have a lot to spare. This gives you access to our Refresh Point podcast early and also to all our Patreon only posts. Here we post the Refresh Point podcast at least 24 hours earlier for all the Patreon supporters to view before it goes live. Later down the line, it's probably going to be going live on our Patreon support page at least 2 to 3 days beforehand once we get more of a schedule set down for the podcast. Tier 2 subscriptions at 5 or higher. It's the same thing as tier 1, except now you also get extra entries into all of our giveaways. So how that's going to work is all our giveaways coming in the next few months at least are going to be opened up to the public completely, as long as you subscribe to the YouTube channel or like us on Facebook and things like that. You'll be eligible for one entry into it. But how all our Patreon supporters will get, depending on the giveaway type, you will either get an extra 1 to 10 extra entries into the giveaway. That way you have a way more likely chance of pulling it. That way our Patreon supporters win the prize more often, I guess, is basically it. We're just giving the odds into your favor if you are a Patreon supporter. Next, at tier 3, this is $10 and up. This is where you start getting into our ability to buy boxes and stuff at super low prices, and everything from this basically funnels back into our original goal of player sponsorship. So you get everything mentioned before, except here you'll have access to being able to buy Japanese and English booster boxes at 53 USD each, maximum of 8. And the same thing with extra boosters at 25 USD each, maximum of 15. And then here, you'll be able to get that as long as you pay for shipping and that. And then also you'll have access to our playsets at a cheaper price. These prices were actually lowered. I was looking at it the other day and realized that I actually priced it a little bit too high for our Patreon supporters. So JP and English playsets will be at 2 different prices just because of the nature of JP, how they changed their boxing system. If the English Wise switches over to that system, then the prices will be the same. But as right now, it'll be $360 USD for a JP playset and $350 for English playset if you are a tier 3 subscriber. And then once again, you'll just be responsible for shipping on those. And then tier 4 is basically the same thing as tier 3. You get everything mentioned before. This is at a $20 per month price point, and you will have access to everything before, except there's no limits on the number of boosters you can buy, or cases in that case. And then as well as playsets, you have no limit to how many playsets you can order at that price. And then the prices are, of course, a little bit lower, with JP being at $350 USD, and then English playsets being at $340 USD. And once again, prices do not include shipping. So there you'll be able to buy a lot more product. This is more like for people who plan to either split huge holes with people or just likes to foil decks and things like that. So if you guys end up interested in any of those, just go ahead and check out our Patreon page. As for our rewards, like I was saying, there has been a change to the English regional system now. So going forward, since it's trios, what we're going to try to do is, if we get enough Patreon support, we get up to our original goal of 100 USD a month, we're going to just sponsor a whole 3-man team, at least to one regional to fly out to. I kind of have an idea of who we're looking at for the team. That'll be pretty cool if we can do that. If we don't make it there, I'm still looking, even if we don't ever hit the $100 goal, I'm still looking to sponsor other players to go out to the second half of the year of 2018 to the singles regionals and fly them out to other regionals and hopefully get them to take it home for the team. With that being said, I hope to see you guys in the next video. And if you're interested in supporting us on Patreon, it does help us out a lot to get to those goals. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next video. Later, guys.